Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Life of Joffrey. Welcome back to my series of Getting to Know You. Today, we're featuring AD Photography LLC. As you can see, I'm using a different platform called StreamYard, and I plan on using this a lot more with my channel and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. So welcome, AD Photography LLC.
Thank you so
So
much, guys.
yes, so who are you and what area do you currently reside?
So, my name is Alex, and I'm the owner of AD Photography, and I reside in the Baltimore, Washington metropolitan area.
Awesome, awesome. The best metropolitan area there is, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so most viewers will probably can tell now that you're a photographer. But what is your specialty, or and how long have you been in the business?
That's an easy question, actually, to answer. Specialty is any sort of event photography. I do family portraits, personal sessions, studio work, as well as wedding sessions. I've been in the business for around 4 years now as a business, but as a hobby for much longer.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, because photography it encompasses so much stuff. It's not
Yeah,
it's more than just taking pictures. In
yeah,
some aspects. So
really, really is.
yeah, it sounds very fun. So speaking of that, what do you like to do for fun?
I love to travel for fun. Anywhere I go, I take pictures and I try to capture the moment through my lens. I love sharing it with my audience, and my audience grows within every single day. So if they like it, I like it. It brings me happiness. It brings me joy, and that's just a passion that I have to take pictures everywhere I go because it relaxes me and it's like a stress reliever in a way. So it's a great thing to do.
Nice, nice. So, quick question: do you dabble in any aerial photography or videography, drone type stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. I love aerial photography and videography. Recently started dabbling in it. I went to Miami and I recorded a lot of drone shots as well as pictures, obviously within permittable zones. And it's just a very interesting perspective that you get with the drone. If the day is not as bright or if the day is kind of boring, if you will, you can always get an amazing perspective from above that you will never just even realize you have above you.
Wow, yeah. Or like they say, the bird's eye view.
It's seriously, literally. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, business wise, and then just in general, related to your business and I would say, personal?
Personal and business. Well, in the next 5 years, I would like to grow my company to a point where I can actually hire people to travel around the world for me, locally here, domestically, sorry, within the US, and if need be, to other places to capture my actual vision of photography. And they can bring me back the work, and I will represent what I see in my work.
Awesome, awesome. And any personal goals outside of the business 5 years from now?
Obviously there's always career growth, there's always getting more money because who doesn't like more money, obviously. And just to be happy, photography brings me joy and happiness, so I would like to keep on doing that for as long as I can and expanding my business.
Okay. Yeah. So, is your field of works, would you say that it's stressful?
It is not stressful as much, but it can be, especially when you have a big event and there's a lot of people and there's a lot of demand for photography. If you don't really know, some events they can last longer than you originally signed up for. Okay, and that is listed within my terms and conditions, rates, and all that stuff, all that good stuff within the fine print. But it can be stressful when the demand is high. There's a lot of people, and everyone wants a moment of glory for themselves. In other words, it's not just about the wedding. It's not just about the people who are getting married, but it's also about the audience themselves and the guests. So a little bit it can get stressful, but I try not to have that take over my work because it's all happiness and it's all fun. So not really.
Okay, okay. So what are some of the benefits of doing what you do? Are there any benefits? And Yeah, are there any benefits to doing what you do? Is there any thing that you find that's unique to your job sector of being
Well,
a business owner with this?
I'll provide you with a simple answer. Usually, in any career path that you take or any hobby, you express yourself. You express yourself because it gives you happiness. I keep going to that word happiness. It's one of my favorite words. I'm a very happy person, very optimistic person. But I think I found something that I really truly enjoy doing. And I just express myself like that. So as long as people like what I have for them in store by expressing myself, it brings me happiness and joy. Unique to the business, just that you get to travel, you get to meet new people, you get to talk with new people, such as yourself. You get to experience new things, and you get to capture beautiful, mesmerizing moments.
Wow, wow. So, do you have any work that you wanted to show the viewers?
Well, absolutely. I already have everything prepped for you guys. I'm not going to
Okay.
leave you hanging without any examples. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Jeff, take it away.
All right, so here we go.
All right, next slide. So this is one of my favorite pieces of machine, if you will, and this was taken in Shenandoah, Virginia, as a shot of a long exposure shot, and it's a combination of roughly 14 different takes combined all in one picture, which is very cool to see and do in the process. And I really like the colors. It looks like it pops out, and it's like animated almost.
Yeah, I mean, and this wasn't under any light post or anything. This was just like
Oh
from the
no.
natural.
Yeah, it was severely dark. Guys, when I say dark, I can't even see myself. And every single shot that I took was just literally light painting around the object. In this case, the subject being that lawnmower.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very cool experience. Like I said, you get to experience new things. This slide is, or this picture is of an Alfa Romeo antique collectible, and it is a composition again, yet again, of many pictures, roughly like 12 to 14. I usually stick with that, um, as well as another picture of me doing astrophotography. So I combine both pictures into one, and you get what you see here. It's a very, very cool Milky Way-ish galactic type of feel to it, and I really enjoyed doing this one right here. Hey Jeff, have you been to Yellowstone National Park?
No, I haven't. The closest I've been to there was the Grand Canyon. So I have some more
Grand
traveling
Canyon?
that I need.
Man, you
Yeah.
should definitely, every single time you go to a national park or just any wild area, definitely take pictures like this one. This is a picture of a waterfall. It's a long exposure. As if you guys can't tell already, I love long exposures. They're my thing, and they're very fun to shoot. But this is a long exposure during the day of a waterfall within Yellowstone National Park, and just the majestic waterfall and how the water flows and how the camera captures the light is really what gets me, and it's really amazing if you think about it. The level of sophistication that goes into it.
Nice.
Well, who doesn't like sunrises, right? You like sunrise, Jeff?
Yeah, sunrises are some of the best uh parts of the day for me, but I'm more of a sunset person too, though, to be
Oh,
the
I can
devil's
tell
advocate.
you why. You probably don't want to wake up early in the morning to look at that
Yeah,
sunrise. That's what it is, huh? I
yeah,
wouldn't. I'm not a
I'm
morning
more,
bird.
yeah, I'm a night owl.
Night owl. Okay. Well, this one was on the way to Yellowstone National Park. Just to put into perspective, guys, every single time we, with my fiance, headed out to Yellowstone or Glacier National Park in Montana, it was a 2.5 hour drive each way. So I saw a lot of things on the drive. Okay. And this being one of them is this beautiful sunrise with the sun peeking behind the mountain in, I believe this is Wyoming, which is close to Yellowstone National Park. Actually, it touches on Yellowstone National Park itself, but this was right close to the entrance, and it was just a very mesmerizing thing to take a picture of.
Nice.
This this is well, first of all, this is one of my main pictures, and it just has to be on my business card because I love it so much. This was basically in our backyard, and also in Montana, and the way the reflection just hits, and the way the trees like hit the basically the water and just reflect, and the beautiful majestic colors in the background are just a spectacular view. And I couldn't resist not taking a picture here. Do you know what this one is?
Is it in the same park?
Same park, but if you guys have a lot of calendars about like national parks, wilderness, I guarantee that you have seen this picture in one of these calendars or one of the, I guess, advertisements of Yellowstone or Montana in general. This is a very famous spot to be at to take this picture. I took it with a, um, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, my 200 to 600 millimeter Sony lens. It was a
Mm.
pretty good distance away, so zoom was inevitable. And once again, a long exposure capturing each bit of light that passes through the lens. And it was very, very cold at that moment. It was very cold because the peak of that mountain, the temperature can drop and get higher within literally 5 to 10 minutes. On the bottom, it's like summer. You don't even need a jacket. On the top, it's like freezing. You have to have a jacket, gloves, a hat, or else your freaking fingers fall off. So it was a very complex picture to take because there was a lot of people there and I was freezing at the same time. But it's well worth the while.
Okay.
Yeah. And this you can basically see everywhere because no matter where you turn, there's mountains, mountains, mountains. And the majestic, gorgeous view of the mountains around you is something that you will take away and remember for the rest of your life. I definitely guarantee you that. And I suggest you go to Montana as soon as you can.
Okay.
And
All
my
right.
social media, guys, you see it here on the bottom as well. But on Instagram, it's AD Photography Company, AD underscore photography underscore CO. On Facebook, it is Real AD Photography. And my website, which is currently under maintenance but will be up shortly, is adphotographywork.com.
So that was amazing. That was very amazing. So with all of this being said, with the nice work that you have, and if I recall right, were you self-taught? Do you need to go to school for this? And
Uh,
do you have any advice for any newcomers?
So you can go to school for it. There is a profession. Obviously, there are also like courses that you can take for photography. I personally was self-taught. I let my hobby take over, and I turned my hobby into a business. As far as advice go, you just need to be patient, motivation, and the desire to learn, and just experiment. If you like experimenting, especially in the field of photography, this is the way to go. And what I mean by saying experimenting and patience is obviously the first rule of thumb as a photographer, you always shoot raw and you always shoot in manual. The reason why you do that is because with raw footage, you can manipulate and change any colors without destroying the overall quality of the picture. And in manual mode, you are the photographer. Therefore, you are in control of the environment and what you see. And you can adjust every single little thing about the picture within your lens without doing any post. In the photography world or regular, just in the editing world, when I say in post, that means post processing, post editing. After you take the picture, you manipulate things within the software. We as photographers try to avoid that. So patience and getting the shot right within the frame is the key thing.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for this interview, Alex. Looking
Pleasure.
forward to maybe more, you know.
Pleasure. I will always like to talk to you guys and to you, Jeff. Thank you so much for hosting me. And I hope you guys like my work whenever you check it out. And I hope one of you becomes my customers because that's what it's all about is experimenting, networking, and getting to know each other over here.
All right. Thank you, you guys.